Hey, what's good, beautiful people? Welcome to my channel. My name is Shella, or you can call me your lawyer bestie. And I am an admitted attorney of the High Court of South Africa. Once upon a time, like you, I was a first-year student. And if I had the opportunity to do it all over again, these are the top 4 things I would focus on. Knowing what I know now, I know that these 4 are literally the best foundation you can lay for your legal career. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. First one on the list. Now, this is in no particular order because all 4 are important. The first one is aim to get 100% on all your modules. Now, you might be like, Shella, how on earth am I going to do that? Aim for the stars, so if you fall, you land on a cloud. If you aim to get 100% for all your modules, even if you don't attain 100, you won't fall back lower than 70. And even if you don't attain 70, you won't land on 20. That's just how it is. If you aim for 100, you cannot land on 20. So make sure that your marks are up there. Marks are important. Don't think that it's all about you getting your degree and then applying for jobs thereafter. No. Entry-level jobs require you to produce your academic record. And if your academic record is not good, opportunities will pass you by, unfortunately. Now, I'm speaking as somebody whose academic record for the first 2 years was a bit questionable. So I know the opportunities that I missed because of a bad academic record. For example, bursaries dropping you, not being able to be fully funded again, things like that. So there's that inconvenience. But I'm talking more specifically about the advantages of having a good academic record in practice. There are many benefits to having a great academic record in varsity, like getting tutoring jobs, because if your marks are not good, who are you going to tutor? So getting tutoring jobs, being recognized as a top achiever, Golden Key Society. So there's like a whole lot of benefits to having a great academic record, but I'm just stressing the ones in practice. You don't want to be in the interviews having to explain why your marks are the way they are. Aim to get 100% on all your modules. Be focused when it comes to your studies and getting really good marks, and make sure that you maintain that all through your years of study. And while you're in your first year, I just want to say, also develop study habits that will work for your benefit. Being in high school and being in varsity are 2 different things. In school, most of us just passed and we did so well. We were like the top dogs in school. But when we got to varsity, we saw flames. Make sure that you develop a study habit that will benefit you. Let me just share something that happened to me in my second year. So in my second year, we were writing law of DLET. It was a test. Thank God it was a test and not an exam. So I didn't study as well as I could have, and I felt unprepared. So the night before, a friend of mine says, look, I'm going to be studying throughout the night. Want to join me? And I was like, yeah, that's such a good idea. Mind you, this is little old me who has never stayed up the whole night studying in her whole entire life. Like, I had never done that. And I was like, okay, this is a good idea. We've got so many hours in the night. I'm going to kill this and then go and write, and then I'll come back and sleep. We got to the study venue and she was out there studying. She was flowing. I was sleepy. At 10 p.m., I was already tired. Like, I can't do this. I cannot do this. And I fell asleep. Like, I kept on, like, you know, when you're studying and you just go like that, and then you open your eyes again and you read one line and you go like that again. That was literally what happened to me the whole night. And guess what happened to me when I got to the test venue? I got there, I wrote my student number and my details, and I fell asleep. I slept throughout that test. The thing that woke me up was when the invigilator was saying that there is about 30 minutes left. And I woke up, I was like, what is happening? What is happening? I don't know what happened there. I don't know what I answered and what I did not, but I got 34% for that paper. So when you have a proper study plan, you won't fall into these things where you just do things because you don't even have time anymore. Now you are trying to use study methods that don't work for you, or study methods that you have never even tried before. Now it is at a crucial moment, and it's only now that you're trying to do things. Like, proper preparation really does prevent poor performance. And the next one on the list, this is so important. Like, make sure that you do this, and that is networking. Network. You know, as a first year law student, you have so many opportunities to network. You've got classmates. In most universities, you probably have about 500 other people in your class who are doing the same course as you. When you see people, because when you start in your first year, I mean, there's like a whole lot of you, but as time goes, like, you start getting used to the faces that you see almost every day. So greet them, ask them how they're doing, ask them how they're finding the course. You know, in those type of conversations, you end up even exchanging numbers, because remember, you're a first year, and in most cases, the person that you're talking to is also a first year, and you know, they'd also like to talk to somebody. That's how I viewed it. I was like, I mean, I'm talking to you, that you also want to talk to me. We're in first year. We're in this boat. We don't know what's going on. So I was like, I'm talking to you. You're talking to me. You know? And it is by talking to a lot of people and just being kind to people and just greeting them, asking them questions. Do you have this? Do you know this? That I got into so many group chats with so many different people, and people, you know, people would share study materials in those groups. And I was so fortunate enough, because I was just like mingling with everyone, kind to everyone, greeting everyone, that I was in these many groups. And you know, they would post things like student vacancies. They would post things that I wouldn't have known about if I was not in those groups. So make sure that you are kind to people. Keep contacts. Contact people. Just mingle with the people that you find in university. And this is not just limited to the people who are studying law. This is not just limited to your classmates. This goes beyond. Even people who are just in campus studying something different. They could be studying political science. Mingle with them. Coming out of varsity with a strong network is something that is unmatched. There are so many opportunities that you can only get by networking. There are so many vacancies that are posted in private group chats, things that are not normally advertised for the public to see, but you will get firsthand knowledge of these things if you have a strong network, if you've got people that you talk to. Even in practice, the network that I had formed in university helped me so much. When I started as a candidate attorney, there were certain things that I didn't know. And the moment I just, you know, write something in the group chat and I ask, out of the 300 people in the group chat, at least 3 people know the answer as to what to do and where to go to. Like, I'd be at court and I just text in the group, like, does anybody know how to do this in Randwood Magistrate Court? And somebody would reply and say, no, this is where you go and this is how you do it. Just really having a circle in the legal field, my goodness, is so important. So just make sure that you work in that. Start from your very first year, and this is something you will never regret. The third one on the list is do vacation work / volunteer work. This is of utmost importance, and it really sets you apart. During your school holidays or on days when you know that you don't have classes, you can go to the law firm that's next to the university and just ask to volunteer your services for free. You can contact law firms beforehand and ask if you can come during your school holidays just to see how things are run. In university, you are taught the theory, so it's more theory based. So when you have the practical experience, or when you have seen this thing play out in real life, it's so much easier to grasp when you are in class. So set yourself apart by doing this. I remember when I did VAC work, even my marks improved because there were other things that even before the lecturer started speaking, I was like, oh, I remember this, or oh, this is that, you know. So that really helped me. And also when I started working, there were so many things that I knew before my principal even taught me. And of course, my principal was so impressed, like, wow, you know this? And I'm like, yeah, I know. So just having this will never be to your disadvantage. Now, I'm speaking as an attorney because this is the route that I took. So when it comes to applying for articles of clerkship, people who've got experience, in all honesty, will rank higher than those who don't. And also, people who've got experience especially in an entry-level job like a candidate attorney. Just shows some sort of seriousness, on the applicant side. Like, they're really so passionate about this thing. And also, doing VAC work / volunteering also exposes you to law firms. And if they really like you and they've got space, in most instances, they'll also take you to do your articles there. I've seen this happen with a lot of my peers where they volunteered during their school holidays, and that's where they ended up doing their articles of clerkship, because now everyone is familiar with you in the firm. People know you, they're comfortable with you, and things just work out for you. So you see how just having VAC work really distinguishes you from other applicants, and it really just makes your CV look better than somebody who does not have any practical experience. And also, it's also for your own personal growth. Having practical experience just boosts your confidence in this legal thing. And last but not least, get a mentor. As soon as you possibly can in first year, get a mentor. Get somebody who is further down the line in this legal journey than you are. This is not limited to just professionals. It can be a third-year law student, a final year law student, your tutors, your lecturers. When you speak to your tutors and your lecturers, go beyond asking about the coursework. Ask them how they got to where they got to be. Tutors will let you know that, oh, this is how I got to being a tutor. This is how I applied. This is the channel that I took. And this is information that you wouldn't otherwise know if you don't have a strong network, or ask questions beyond the coursework when you speak to your tutors or lecturers. When you speak to your lecturers, talk to them about their journey. Most lecturers are people who were in practice or are still in practice. So go beyond the coursework. Go beyond asking a question that you're a bit confused about. Hear what their journey is, and that will also just mold you and guide you, because that information is golden. When it comes to your legal journey, you don't have to go blindly thinking that attorney and being an advocate are the routes that every law student takes. There is so much more beyond that. So when you speak to people and you get a mentor, you get people who are ahead of you, they know things that you don't. So just having them in your circle, having access to them, having communication with them is going to guide you and help you so much. Unlike somebody who does not have a mentor, you don't have to go blindly into this. You can take the plethora of experience that other people have gone through to help you make your decision. And in general, people who have mentors are saved from a lot of things compared to somebody who doesn't have a mentor. So when your mentor tells you about the mistakes they have made, this is something that you can take and implement in your own life so that you avoid making these mistakes. When your mentor tells you that this is the best route to take when it comes to this stream of law. Now, unlike somebody who doesn't know, you're not just going there blindly and seeing what works or what doesn't. You will go with a purpose and knowing that this is what I'm anticipating on this route, as opposed to somebody who's just wallowing in confusion. So those are the 4 most important things that I would do if I could do it all over again. First one is aiming for the stars, so that if you fall, you land on a cloud. That is aiming to get 100% on all your modules. Secondly, networking, making sure that you've got a strong connection with people, you've got a solid network. And the third one is volunteering / VAC work. This also grows your network, because now you know people in the profession who are practicing, which will also work to your benefit. So don't lose them. And even if they don't take you on as a candidate attorney, don't discard them. And the last one is, what's the last one? Getting a mentor, somebody who can share their experience and just guide you and mold you into what it really is like to practice law in South Africa. And that is it. I hope that you take these tips to heart. Please take these tips to heart and implement them as soon as you possibly can. And we have come to the end of the video. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button, drop down to the comment sections and leave a comment so we can engage. Share this with somebody who you think will find it useful. And until my next one, I'm sending you tons of love and light. Bye.